Guys, things are looking very juicy for the overall market and of course for our beloved Kaspa, which has responded very positively towards the news of new elected president Donald Trump. So guys, we are going to look at Kaspa's price action. We are going to ask, well, basically try to predict of what can potentially happen for Kaspa during this, at the peak of this cycle. And of course we are going to look at Kaspa short term, and of course we are going to look at BTC and overall market sentiment. So guys, before we are going to do that, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new, consider subscribing. And of course, a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. And now guys, let's actually first of all share the beautiful news which I believe that are going to happen. Let's hope. So Kyle sent this. Holy shit, Hester Pierce aka Crypto Mom is rumored to be a leading choice to replace Gensler for a pro crypto sec under Trump, and that's bullish. Obviously that is bullish. As per Mr. President Donald Trump promised, he's going to fire Gary Gensler on the day one. Okay, so let's see if that is going to happen. And we've got potential candidate. Okay, so guys, this is something that is not confirmed yet, but that's something that I have found for you on X. Another thing is that, referring to what I have posted yesterday, so we've got Paul that basically replied, "Hi Kaspa team, I'm happy to put you in touch directly with our listings team so they can share further insights into your case." And he emailed separately, all of them separately. And let's have a look. He basically emailed Kaspa, Industrial Initiative. Then we've got Mr. Brian. Then we've got Coinbase, Kaspa's official account, Wolfie, and Luke, which is an ambassador, and CZ from Binance. Guys, things are looking good for Kaspa. Perhaps this is going to change something. And now replying to comment of one of you guys. Well, of course, you're totally right. I am not saying that threatening or pushing Coinbase towards listing is going to help Kaspa, but that's obviously something that I have found on X yesterday, and I wanted to share because I believe that can potentially lead towards something that's going to be much more bullish for Kaspa. Guys, now looking at Kaspa's price action, so let's have a look how much Kaspa actually did in terms of a pump. Okay, Kaspa was as high as 12 cents 7, and it rose around 23% on a daily. However, Kaspa at the moment is, unfortunately, pulling back a little bit. So 14% 3 at the moment, guys, of gains for Kaspa. So I believe that is just a beginning, where for the overall market, we are going to look at Kaspa's liquidity very soon, but let's actually have a look at BTC. So, and from the standpoint of BTC traded as high as 75,439, as we can see in here. And of course, we still haven't closed above on a daily over here. But obviously that is very bullish because BTC saw its all-time highs basically. Let's actually have a look at 4 hourly. That's very short. So on 4 hourly we can see that that's obviously a bullish close because we are retesting this level as a support. However, we are still in this basically area of bullshit which we are basically leaving at the moment, and we are basically in phase E at the moment. So guys, this is very bullish. And now I am not telling you that Kaspa is going to reach $10 because of course, guys, we have to constantly reevaluate Kaspa's case due to the fact of what can potentially come out of this. I believe that Kaspa potentially could see $10, but of course I don't want to be like a moon boy. That will happen only in the case, in my opinion, of course, and if these listings are going to happen. Okay, because if they won't gonna happen, not many people are actually going to have an access to Kaspa, and believe it or not, many people are not going to register on new exchange and use VPN and all of this to actually purchase Kaspa. Okay, so that's the first thing. And now guys, looking at the overall market, we are still sitting on greed 70 as we were yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago, which is in my opinion bullish because that thing haven't moved. All right, so market is hungry for the pump and ready for the pump actually. Now looking at liquidity for BTC, let's start with this. This is Binance 1 daily on perpetual contract. So we've got 1.45 billion worth of longs in the market, and on 7 daily we've got 7.36 billion worth of longs. And of course I'm not saying that we can see the pullback, although it could be possible. All right, so be careful, but obviously that's very bullish. Okay, I really doubt that we are going to see it, but of course we might. Okay, so now looking at Kaspa's liquidity, guys, let's have a look at Kaspa. What is going on with our beloved Kaspa. Let's use Binance Perpetual, and we can see that everybody is longing Kaspa as well. Let's put Kaspa on all of the exchanges on 7 daily to see zoomed out perspective, and we see that we've got 4.3 million worth of longs. Okay, so let's go back to the heat map, and actually let's go to, well, BTC firstly. Guys, apologies for, you know, such a mix, but I'm a little bit excited, obviously. So for BTC, we've got this liquidity in here at 70,448, which I believe it could be quite reasonable for BTC to pull back towards these levels to basically flash these leverages. Then, of course, more people are going to short BTC, more liquidity is going to get accumulated in these areas, and then boom, goodbye, right? We are up there for higher highs for BTC. So guys, let's have a look at Kaspa now, and let's actually use Binance. I believe they've got the biggest liquidity, and that's 24 hourly first. Okay, so here's the story with Kaspa. I believe that Kaspa is going to see this liquidity grab of 11 cents, and it's going to go towards the price of 11 cents 6, and after that it's very possible that it could retest again 10 cents 8. And now zoomed out perspective for Kaspa on Binance Perpetual. This is what's happening. Okay, there is no liquidity, but obviously the momentum is being currently built. Let's actually go back to, let's say, 24 hourly for liquidity. So I believe if price of Kaspa is going to drop to 10 cents 8, more people are going to short Kaspa, and then more liquidity is probably going to appear here within the next 24 hours. Well, let's see. So let me actually go back to this liquidity level, and that was 10 cents 8, and let's see it on the chart. 10 cents 8 roughly. Okay, so if that would happen for Kaspa, that would be a dip of 7.7% for Kaspa. Guys, I'm not saying that this is something that's going to happen for 100% because I don't have a crystal ball, I have no clue, but this is just a very simple TA. Okay, from the standpoint of market makers, this is definitely possible for Kaspa to dip towards these levels, so be careful with your 100x longs basically. But now guys, for the newcomers, if you are wondering if you are late to crypto, yes, of course, BTC well, is smashing through, you know, its all-time highs and seeing a pump. Obviously the whole market is experiencing a pump, as you guys can clearly see. However, looking at our size, we are still in neutral area. Okay, and some of them are even in weak and oversold. Only a couple of them are actually in overbought, like Doge, Sui. So be careful with Doge and Sui, although obviously in such a strong momentum such as bull market, they can potentially not really respect this RSI. Okay, but be careful on short-term picture if you are longing these coins on 100x, although you shouldn't. Okay, but now guys, I'm not going to tell you what you should buy because it's not a financial advice. Do your own research, you know, look at the coins that you potentially believe in, but the reality is that you should be accumulating Bitcoin and crypto, and I'm going to tell you when exactly, right? Let me zoom it out, and this is basically the window of opportunity when you should be accumulating crypto, when nobody cared about crypto. But guess what, right? BTC from its lows basically saw what, 374% of upside, well, basically 4x, right? So imagine what happened to altcoins. Altcoins already created millionaires basically in this market with this pump for total crypto market cap. Actually, let's see, outside of top 10. So guys, looking at this, okay, again, that was the opportunity in here to actually accumulate crypto, and now we are still in this formation. However, good thing is that, well, let me actually start with bad thing is that this is where you should be accumulating your crypto, whichever coins, Kaspa, Doge, whatever it is that you guys like and believe, whatever. And the second best time is probably in here. Okay, because at the moment all of these altcoins that are excluding top 10 went from $365 billion basically. They saw 40% of dip to levels of 222.3. So it's obviously not the best time to buy crypto because the best entry was probably accumulation in here, but I'm not saying it's very late. Okay, because we still have a lot of upside for crypto basically, right? This is obviously the best chart to actually see of what the heck is going on with Kaspa, but you know, this update just is obviously about Kaspa and just overall market sentiment. So guys, make sure that you don't buy crypto in here, okay, because that would be really bad for you. I'm pretty sure that we are going to experience some sell-offs in here. I'm probably going to be out of the market, maybe here, maybe here. I'm going to take out my profits along the way. Again, I cannot tell you what to do, but I'm hoping that this update actually helps you a little bit. So let's have a look at the USDT dominance. I see that, well, basically this candle is very red on a weekly time frame, and on a daily, let me actually go to the daily. On a daily time frame, guys, we are still at this level of support, but I do believe that we are going to see a significant drop given the fact of what is happening with RSI, and of course what is happening with you know, obviously these bullish news that we saw. And now, guys, looking at BTC's dominance, this is very important thing, I believe, to actually monitor, because altcoins are not going to see a proper pump until this bad boy is going to dump towards the downside, and that is Bitcoin's dominance. So guys, let's see, this is the level to actually monitor, which is at 60.5%, and if BTC is going to smash through, obviously altcoins are not going to perform as great. However, let's say if Bitcoin is going to achieve its peak, I don't know, 120, 150, 200, whatever, 100k, then the dominance is going to drop, the gains in BTC are going to be made, and then obviously lots of gains are going to actually be going towards smaller project, into which I believe you still have time. But again, be very careful and don't buy green candles, because you might gonna experience some short-term pain, some short-term pullback. So now, guys, let me actually come back to dominance on a weekly. So dominance on a weekly is basically, what is it in terms of percentage of a pump? That's basically only 4.3%, and we've got so much of potential in terms of upside. If you guys will, let's say, look at this mid-range 65%, and then let's say 180%, you know, according to, you know, this ascending channel basically. So guys, we have a lot of upside, and that 4%, by the way, this little candle in here that is zoomed out on a weekly time frame created this. So guys, make sure that you take your profits along the way, because the real greed is going to come later. Okay, I do believe that we are going towards very bullish times in the market, and of course interest is also showing this here. So we've got 90 days on worldwide search for crypto and Bitcoin. At the moment, everybody is interested in Bitcoin, obviously, and overall crypto, the interest is basically going towards the upside. So let me actually zoom it out to, let's say, 12 months, and let's see where we are in comparison with this first pump. So that was March 2024. If you are in crypto, you probably remember. So we were at 100. So when we are going to be in here, in terms of interest, probably is good time to take some profits. Of course, not mentioning about levels of 75. However, if I'm going to zoom this thing out to, let's say, 5 years, we can see that we are nowhere near the peaks of interest comparing to the previous cycle. Guys, you still have a little bit of time, but I do believe that these times are basically the last. Now, looking at Kaspa's dashboard, market cap is sitting at almost 3 billion, and Kaspa actually reclaimed number 29 in terms of volume, which is obviously bullish, right? And that volume is caused due to the fact of what meme coins are actually doing in KRC20 ecosystem. So guys, things are looking bullish. Obviously expect some short-term volatility, but I do believe that now is definitely not the time to be bearish on crypto. Guys, I hope that this update helps, and as always, peace and love, crypto.